Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It is Friday. It was a busy week this week, wasn't it? I mean, look, the United States went into a recession for 3 days. Seems like, unfortunately, the division between the black and white communities picking up. And to top it off, the Liberals are absolutely convinced that Trump is going to be invoking martial law on April 20th. I still find that a hilarious one. Let's see what we have in store for next week. Hey, you just never know at this point. Well, let's get into it, guys.
Massive protests April 20th. This is what we need to be talking about right now. If Donald Trump does try and enact martial law, which he probably will, he has every character trait in the world to let us think that he will, the only choice that we have as Americans is to massively protest. And I mean bigger than what we just did on the 5th. April 20th is going to be the day he tries to steal American democracy. So April 20th needs to be the day that we come out in full force.
I think it's very irresponsible that men are out here having sex without vasectomies. If you don't have a vasectomy, then stop having sex, because you're causing unwanted pregnancies. Just be a responsible human being and close your legs.
I heard that Monster Energy shall be discontinuing their Aussie lemonade flavor, and I am very displeased about that because Aussie lemonade is one of my favorite flavors. Yes, apparently the flavor is not sufficiently popular, at least not in the United States, for them to continue producing it in this country.
To everyone on my side who is frustrated that MAGA just seems to not care about the stock market crashing before our eyes, keep in mind that denial is the first stage of grief, and to keep your distance when anger sets in. They do tend to get violent.
I wish I was stupid. You guys seem so happy.
I am like Jesus. We both preach love your neighbor, love yourself. We both turn the other cheek to hateful people. I do it on the internet. And both of us had people in our lifetimes who called themselves religious, who wanted to destroy us for preaching love. Ironic.
I love you. Donald Trump has to be impeached and removed. Everybody that works for him has to go to prison for their role in all of this, inflicting this nightmare on us. No people should ever have to endure what the American public is being asked to endure right now, let alone the people of Canada and Greenland, these poor people that were shipped off to El Salvador, the innocent men ripped from their families, denied due process, all the people in these ICE detention facilities suffering, unable to get out because these detention facilities, they're a mess. They can't get access to lawyers. This must come to an end now. And Republicans, you're going to do your jobs. We're going to make you. Okay, so Donald Trump has to be impeached and removed. We're simply at that point. It didn't take very long at all to get here. Republicans in Congress must do their job. This is the remedy. This is what the Constitution laid out. If there is a tyrannical, unfit president in the White House, Congress must impeach and remove him. This is what the founders laid out. And I know what you're thinking. Well, Republicans aren't going to do that. So what we have to do is either recall those Republicans from office through special elections, vote them out in the midterms, but I don't think we have time to wait to do any of those things. So what I'm advocating for is siege tactics. Make Republicans suffer. Make every Republican elected official suffer immeasurably because of this. I'm not calling for acts of violence. What I'm calling for are siege tactics. Show up at their homes in the middle of the night, bang pots and pans, bring the bullhorns, make them suffer. No sleep, no refuge. Make their children, their wives, and their husbands suffer. Make them all regret the day they ever supported Donald goddamn Trump.
All right, guys, every time we visit this guy, good old Mr. I Hate Donald Trump, I always say, he's not doing well. And it's hard to believe that every week he just seems to get worse. Now he's trying to get people to literally go to Republican officials' homes in the middle of the night and basically harass them. And not just harass them, harass their family and their children. He's literally even bringing up their children. Like, that's his most two recent videos that I just played for you guys back to back. In his most recent videos, in just the past couple days, he's absolutely convinced that Donald Trump is going to enslave Americans. Literally, slavery is what he's totally convinced of. That Donald Trump is a drug and MAGA is all addicted. We're all under this trance and we believe every single thing that Donald Trump says. I mean, there's times where we can actually even agree that there's some things that come out of Trump's mouth that's like, oh God, that's not going to look good on camera after because he messed up in his wording or whatnot. We don't absolutely believe 100% every single thing Trump says, but what he's doing is the right thing. And I don't see how this guy cannot see this. They're more concerned with literally defending illegal migrants. But when Obama was deporting illegal migrants, these guys had no problem with it whatsoever. So that makes no sense at all. And the other usual stuff. Pray from, now he's also calling on prayer. He's praying to God. Because remember at first he was saying, I have Donald Trump in my prayers. I even have the Trump supporters in my prayers to like help them, to get them through this. He's trying to do that whole religious approach. Now he's praying to God that Donald Trump and all of MAGA suffers miserably. He's praying for misery on others now. Still with that cross behind his left shoulder, which he should definitely take off his wall at this point. We'll check in on him again next week.
I am Travis. I can even spell it out using letters. T as in Travis. R as in ready or not, it's Travis. A as in a Travis. V as in Velociraptor. I as in I'm Travis. S as in so Travis.
I made the dumb decision to check my 401k today. Yep, I'm down about 10K in a day. Thanks.
I wonder if there's a way a way to motivate people to purchase more cans of that flavor to help save it. Yes, because it would be such a shame if we were to lose that flavor. I just really, really hope that there's a way we can save Aussie lemonade because that is a delicious flavor.
Someone needs to do it. We'll bail you out. But do it. Get it done, please.
How the fuck are you giving China over 100% tariff, but you're sending tweets and bullshit motherfucking memes from your goddamn iPhone? Made in motherfucking China. Bitch, you're delusional.
Hey MAGA, Peter Thiel, Trump, JD Vance, Elon Musk. Fear us. We are the masses. You are the 1%. We are the 99%. Think about it.
I wish that we could opt out of not coming to Earth or something. No shade, it's just my personal experience. I'm really a lover girl and I'm really emotional. And nobody in my family really prepared me for my emotions, and nobody was like, hey, niggas is gonna shit on you when you get here. Hey, niggas is gonna take advantage of you if you let them. You gonna run into opportunists, you gonna run into motherfucking people who don't want you back, you gonna run into motherfucking bad friends, you gonna run into bad family members. It's gonna be fucking crazy as shit when you get down to Earth. When you go through the portal, bitch, it's gonna be real, real crazy. And I wish that somebody would have let me know that these niggas is gonna be whores, that love ain't gonna motherfucking be real in your fucking generation, bitch. What else, bitch? And I'm not sharing no nigga. What else, bitch? It's hard to get a house, bitch. It's hard to get a home. It's hard to start a family out here. It's a lot of shit. Taxes, Donald Trump. And all this extra shit. Global warming. It's getting hot. Have y'all felt the sun lately? It don't even feel like the sun no more. It feel like a fucking laser. That's how I know some crazy shit is going on. Why y'all didn't tell me this before I came through the portal? Why y'all didn't tell me this before I came through the portal? And now I'm here. And I can't take it no more, y'all. I'm on my last leg. And I pray that I stay until I complete my assignment, right? When I get back up there, I need to talk with whoever's in HR department. And I'm gonna tell them, hey boo, yeah bitch, don't put me back there. I'm gonna go defend the galaxy this time. Is there like a big ass rock coming to Earth or somebody trying to, black hole, somebody trying to destroy the galaxy? Who is it? Let me at him. Let me at him.
All right, so this one's kind of wacky here. I mean, I'm absolutely convinced that this is a man cosplaying as a woman, transgender woman. I don't actually have definitive proof of that, though, just besides the demeanors, the actions. You know, like a trans man tends to act like a woman more than a woman does. They try and act more feminine, yet severe potty mouth and quite delusional. So the reason I got interested in this clip, it has nothing to do with transgenders. Again, I'm not 100% positive. I have no definitive proof, but I mean, my eyes are just telling me that that's a trans woman. It's the fact that there's a classroom behind this individual. This is a teacher. Severe potty mouth. I mean, in your free time, yeah, you can be potty mouth all you want, but again, you're a teacher. Chances are, you know, you're on TikTok. Chances are your students can find your TikTok. Your students' parents can find your TikTok, and they're seeing how you're talking. Maybe some parents are okay with this, but is this really who should be teaching our children? Absolutely not. This was a massive problem, and another reason why the Department of Education had to be shut down and reformed, which I don't really think is still going to happen. I think it's going to take 60 votes in Senate. That's never going to happen. So I think, unfortunately, the Department of Education still will stick, but you cannot have teachers like this leading a classroom. And I'm not even just going to pick on the transgender part of it. I think that's confusing for students enough as it is. This person just seems very unstable and possibly depressed, like clinically depressed. Right at the end, when either he or she was saying, like, I'm on my last legs, and you can kind of hear the voice shake a little bit. So it shows a little bit of mental instability there, and not in a way to pick on the individual, but people like this cannot be leading a classroom. That's what got me in this clip, is the classroom behind this individual. And hopefully this comes to an actual complete finish.
Okay, so people are losing their 401ks by the thousands. The economy's crashing, the market's crashing. We've lost trillions of dollars in value to the stock market. Prices are up. Economically, the country is in shambles. But hey, at least you guys got him banning paper straws and giving you guys the Gulf of America. I mean, big wins, huh?
You would think this is a joke, but it's not. Republicans are literally trying to take away a woman's right to vote if she is married.
Yeah, so I suppose Viking Berry will be a worthy successor to Aussie Lemonade if Aussie Lemonade is discontinued. But still, the main point of this video is that I dearly hope that there's some way to save Aussie Lemonade. So if anyone here has any feedback to offer, any suggestions or any opinions, please let me know what you have to say. And I am very interested to hear what your opinions and thoughts on this matter. Thank you very much, everyone.
I think the funniest thing I've ever seen was this guy who was a huge Trump supporter showing his portfolio going, I've lost so much money. The stocks are so low. But then he says, I love it. This is what freedom tastes like. This is what freedom smells like. So I'm leaving the house because my mom said that she doesn't fucking love me anymore.
That's not even what I said.
What'd you say?
I said you're too old for an Easter basket.
That's the same fucking thing!
Just remember, folks, just because the president doesn't mean that I won't personally fuck you up. Just remember, folks, just because the president says you don't gotta respect trans and non-binary people doesn't mean that I won't personally fuck you up.
Hi, I'm calling because I saw something very concerning over the weekend. Last week at Representative Spartz's town hall, she said, and I quote, "If you violated the law, You are not entitled to due process. So I'm wondering, does she think that she works for a government other than the United States of America?
So that clip was clipped, and shortened. The full answer to that question is on our social media, but she was referring to illegal aliens who violated asylum laws. And was
I'm sorry, but this is the United States of America. Illegal aliens also have rights under the Constitution. There's a number of Supreme Court cases that prove that point.
The Supreme Court, upheld that limited due process and expedited removal procedures were constitutional.
Expedited removal procedures that include come on, I know you know, that include a trial, because due process is for everyone on American soil. So if she's defending that, that makes her a fascist. That makes her not following American law. So either she is so unintelligent that she does not know the most fundamental rights that we on American soil have, or she is a fascist and she is intentionally defying those. So which is it? Because even illegal aliens have due process, and she knows this. She's trying to change it, it seems. She wants us to be under a fascist regime, it seems. But as it stands right now in this country, even illegal aliens have due process. So what is she doing?
Well, I would just, refer you to our social media pages for what she was referencing. She did cite some of the Supreme Court cases in her answer.
Aren't you embarrassed to be defending this? Isn't this embarrassing for you? You know better. You know better. You should not be defending this. Find a better job, dude. You're defending fascism right now. Every history class you've ever taken, you have learned that this is wrong. I get that this is an internship for your career, but come on. Have some morals.
Well, I will be certain to pass that along to the Congresswoman.
Okay, I hope you find your morals, because this is reprehensible. Have a good day.
Okay, so this clip is actually a little frustrating because I know it was a little bit long, but it's how she keeps looking at the camera like, I'm showing him. And it was frustrating me because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking like, you're an idiot because illegal aliens do not get due process if they are not a citizen of the United States, and especially if they committed criminal acts while they were in the States, they do not get due process. You could just ship them on out. So I wanted to look this up to be absolutely definitively sure before I actually commented on it, and it actually shocked me. I didn't waste much time on Google. I find Google nowadays, unfortunately, as I've said before, it's more like a manipulation engine than a search engine. You get a lot of just a lot of BS thrown at you in the first few pages, and I didn't want to dig forever. So what I ended up turning to was Grok. I don't know if you guys have ever used Grok, the AI on X. Wow, Grok is really good. Grok is really efficient. If you guys haven't used Grok yet, give that a try, way before ChatGPT. But unfortunately, guys, I've even seen a couple of you in the comments say, no, illegal aliens do not get due process. They do. They do. As per the Constitution, even if they committed criminal actions during their illegal visit, they still are entitled to due process before they can be booted out of the country. Now, is Trump being unconstitutional by just shipping them out? No, your citizens come first. Sorry, if you're a dirty criminal, you gotta go. Obama did it as well. None of them complained then. But they are actually entitled to due process. And that's actually quite unfortunate. And it's almost like the checks and balances thing is working against American citizens at this point. Because how does that make any sense whatsoever? I guarantee you there's no other country in the world that you can go to illegally and they got to give you some due process before they can boot you out, even if you committed a crime over there. That makes no sense at all. But at the end of the day, what's even more infuriating is somebody who's advocating for a criminal illegal alien. Nobody would do that in another country. If I went to another country and I committed a crime while I was out there and I shouldn't have been there in the first place, I came in like, not following any of their laws. I just snuck on in and I committed crimes. Do you think any of their citizens would actually advocate for me like, hey, no, he's got to get his due process before you kick him out. You got to bring him back here. That would never happen. This is only in the United States of America. And it's actually kind of sickening at this point. And then if anybody can answer me this, this pretty much all proves that the wiring inside of the brains of the liberals is actually crossed and all messed up at this point. Their brain has been corrupted like a computer, like a hard drive. How on earth can you advocate for lives that are on the other side of the planet? Now, don't get me wrong, all human lives are lives. They all count. I'm not saying somebody's life is more important than the other. But how can they advocate for illegal criminals that are in their country that have committed crimes and people that are on the other side of the world, yet they're completely 100% pro-choice and they have zero mercy about that? Because in their mind, because on paper, oh, there's no bodily autonomy. No, not considered a human yet, even though, you know, in 8th or 9th, 7th month, you can see the human form. Oh, that drives me nuts, guys. That's one that I won't touch on much here, but that drives me a little bit nuts. How can you literally have no mercy on what they just want to refer to as a fetus and clumps of cells, yet you completely advocate and go out and protest and everything for illegal criminals that don't give two shits about you? Make that make sense. Makes none whatsoever. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Of course, I do have one more for you. If you guys are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Like, comment, share the video, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.
No, you see, Trump is playing chess. He's not playing checkers, and in a game of tariffs, Trump is the one who holds all the cards. He's not playing chess. He's playing golf. And even if he was playing chess, why would there be cards? There are no cards in chess. There are pieces. Like this one, you might recognize it, a white pawn. It often gets sacrificed in the early game, over and over again. There are no cards. You don't want a man who bankrupted multiple casinos to play poker. That means he's terrible at poker. Maybe if he was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon, oh wait, the tariffs raised the price on those. Maybe, just maybe he's playing 52 card pickup. Maybe that's what he's playing. Oh look, he made a big mess. He's good at that. Maybe that's what he's playing, but he isn't. He's not playing chess. He's not playing on a board like this. He's playing in economic policy, and that involves spreadsheets and formulas and having plans that last longer than a tweet. He also isn't even good at chess. I don't think he's ever even played it. Did you know that if you get your pawn to the edge of the board, you can change it to anything? Look, I just changed him into a black queen. That's woke. That's DEI. We can't even teach this in schools anymore.